Go right ahead.
Which is what I want to ask about. Yesterday, Congressman Carlos Jimenez spoke about chain supply, not to depend on China, to look to our neighbors in Latin America as far as that is concerned. How are the Republicans looking into the influence of China into Latin America?
Well, I think it comes down to continuing to look at opportunities for trade. We've seen a lackadaisical approach out of this administration to enhancing our trade around the world. And providing these opportunities is exactly how we're going to counter China's influence, whether it's in Africa or whether it's in Central America or in the Indo-Pacific. And that's going to be our focus, is continuing to find ways where the United States can partner with these countries, because it does a couple of things. Not only does it counter China and they're trying to, in the influence that they're trying to perpetrate in these countries, but it helps lift people up around the world. And that's exactly what we should be doing, because China is doing it the wrong way. They're coming into these countries and making grand promises, very expensive propositions for these countries, and they're desperate. So they're saying yes. America needs to provide that opportunity through economic growth, and so I think that's what we need to be putting pressure on the administration to continue to enhance trade opportunities. We need to make sure that any trade agreements we do have teeth in them. We know China doesn't play by the rules. I mentioned that earlier, but you look at the trade agreement that that we have in place, they didn't follow through with that either. So this is about continuing to show that America is a willing partner. We care about economies around the world. We care about safety and security for our people, and we care about helping elevate other countries as well.
And if I can add to that, when we look at energy and mineral resources, China is hoarding minerals from around the world, and they're doing it without any kind of environmental guidelines. When in the 1990s, we produced about as much copper and steel as China, and today they're producing 10 times more copper and almost 11 times more steel than we produce. As our economy goes more towards an electrified economy, we're going to be more dependent on them, which is going to spread their influence around the world. They do not have the resources in China. They're dependent on going to the Middle East, to Africa, to Latin America, not just for their mineral resources, but also to grow the food that they need to feed their people. So it's all of this is connected together, and it starts with energy and mining, in America becoming more self-sufficient and not reliant on China, and not promoting China's bad actions around the world.